Hi, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 2023 love reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. Now, if you're interested to enter to receive a reading from me, a free reading, put a turkey in the comment box, and somebody will be chosen at random to receive this reading, which will be announced in a separate video. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed in the description box below. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels. These two right here, fantastic. So let's set this out so that you can actually see all the cards. Okay. So you're coming through as the Queen of Wands. This is you represented in the Minor Arcana by the Wands. You're represented in the Major Arcana by the Strength card. The Empress is crowning everything: love, connection, prosperity, strong creative energy during this time. The Empress is about birthing things forward into the world. And this is a time when we're talking about love, romantic love, personal love, that you're going to see that there's a level of creativity to you. There's also a level of insight to you, a passion, but also looking at the bigger picture of things. That's going to be super important. We have the King of Pentacles reverse, and we have the Star reverse. Now, this could be a negative relationship or negative energy around an Aquarius energy or around an Earth sign energy, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. But this is also going to be a time where you're taking your prosperity and you're taking your strength and you're taking what you desire and you are moving forward in a surety of self during this time. You're going to be looking at the interconnectedness of things quite differently than you had before. And it can feel like your soul's wish, your soul's dream has been put on the back burner. This is going to be a time when it's brought forward. In love, that means that you're focusing on what you really want instead of either just kind of like going through the motions of things. Be very mindful during this time of a negative entity. It doesn't have to be a Aquarius energy or an Earth sign energy. This person's personality traits will be that they are almost a pathological liar, okay? And they are astoundingly money hungry. So just be aware of this during this time, that is energy you're having a tower time with. You're purging it from your life. It's like, bye-bye. I don't want this in my life anymore. I don't need this in my existence. But just be aware of this, that during this time, everything might not be as it initially seems. You're going to move forward very, very quickly. There can be a new relationship coming forward for you. There's new horizons opening up. So that is very exciting. If you're in a committed relationship, you're you're taking it on a new path. Like you're opening up doors for yourself to be like, hey, let's try XYZ, or let me, explore this in my personality and what I want. And that's going to be a really great thing. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Here we have divinity reversed. We need to know that during this time, our angels, our spirit guides, right there with you, connecting with you, leading you forward, guiding you, most definitely, Leo. And so when divinity is reversed, we don't feel that connection. We can feel like, wow, I've been left adrift. And that also comes through with the star reverse. It's like, okay, well, where are my dreams? Where's my passion? Where's what I desire in my life? And is this even being heard? It is. It is. Just know you're not adrift out there. It can feel that way, but you are heading in an absolutely beautiful direction. You really are. It opens us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is the Prince of Wands. Be very mindful of being a bit hot-headed during this time. Again, the wands represent us in the minor arcana. We can also be really drawn to energy that's just exciting. It's just going to be exciting. Does it have follow through? No. Is it the most stable and secure and steady? Absolutely not. So just be mindful of that within ourselves too. There's a sense of any movement forward is better than stagnation or better than standing still. That's not the case all the time at all. And there's also a sense here of make sure that your temper doesn't get the best of you, doesn't just like kind of absolutely take over. So being aware of that too is going to be very important, especially in relationships, because we can be having a bit of a bumpy road. We're going through a tower time. So much is changing that we're going to see ourselves coming out from and being like, wow, I'm not the same person I was after going through this, or after meeting this person, or after having this experience. And there's a strength to us that we are absolutely utilizing and absolutely being called to during this time, though we can kind of want to run away from it because we can just feel overwhelmed. We can just feel like it's too much. So just be aware of this. I know this is a love reading, and you might be thinking, Dane, where's the love? Where's the love right now? You're coming through the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords. This is the Queen of Swords right here, not the Queen of Wands. I do apologize. But you're coming through, cutting through a lot of doubt and fear and negativity. You're coming through really embracing what you want, what you desire, and speaking plainly about things. And that's going to be a very big deal. With the Empress is that loving, nurturing energy. We can be looking for that in another person. We need to be finding that within ourselves to love and nurture and grow what we desire in our lives. And that's going to start to open up the door. That's going to start to lead us forward in ways that we hadn't imagined. And that's going to start to change the game for us in very big ways, in very powerful ways. So this creative energy is guiding us forward in a way that we hadn't imagined. This is also going to be a time here, Leo, where we're seeing the strength in the sacred feminine. If we identify as female, then this is seeing the strength within ourselves. If we don't, this is also seeing the strength within the sacred feminine aspect of ourselves. Remember, we are the balance of the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine. And actually, it doesn't matter how you identify. That's why I had to pause for a moment, because Spirit is saying here, listen, you're finding your strength in love, in nurturing, in the quote unquote feminine aspect of life that we could think of as not strong at all. And here, it's like, oh no, this is a powerhouse. So this is going to be a very big deal for us. With the King of Pentacles reversed, we are looking at things and we might not see how it's all interconnected. It can feel like a tangled mess. So acknowledging that is going to be important. But there's an energy here of somebody who is it's not very strict with money, okay, but has a very distinct idea of the prosperity that they should have. And it's almost like you should be providing this prosperity for them. It's like, what the heck? So what the actual heck? So be aware of this during this time. All right. So that's something that you're leaving from. But there's the energy here with the Tower. You're going through a tremendous change when it comes to love. You're also looking at the seeds that you have planted, or kind of like the place that we thought we would be at a certain time, and we could think, oh, I'm not there yet. And we could be really hard on ourselves. Spirit says, stop, stop. You're not going to go by the time frame that you made up when you were 15 or in your 20s or even in your 30s or 40s. Let yourself just be. Let yourself be and start raising your energy vibration, which just means, start loving your life, start loving yourself. And I know that sounds so cliche and like every single self-help book, but there's this level here of just saying like, this is me. And that's what the Empress does, right? The Empress says, this is me. And the Queen of Swords absolutely does that. And that's why she's usually seen as a bit of the witchy queen, right? Like the queen that people are like, oh no, this is bad. No, because she says what she means and she moves forward in that energy. It's not being cruel. It's not being, negative, but it is saying, this is who I am. And the Tower is a time of profound change. And you're going to see that for yourself. It's a time of profound change. Foundations have been shaken, and they have been shaken before. But you're going to be seeing this profound change lead you forward in a way that you hadn't imagined. And as it does, the star reversed is this energy of understanding our dreams. We've taken our dreams out of our love, so we're putting it back in there. It's saying what I dream of, what I desire, it matters. It's not that love is going to be a fairy tale. It's not Cinderella's story, but it is saying here, what I dream of in my life has a voice and has a say, and I get to embrace it, and I get to move forward in it. The star is also letting us know that we can feel like our deep desires haven't been seen by divinity, by the world, and by ourselves. Be very mindful if what you're seeking in life, what you're going after, is not in alignment with what your soul actually wants. That there's a bit of a resistance here. There's a bit of a tiredness and anger, a frustration. It's like, okay, why? So just being aware of that is going to be super important as well. It leads us to the Queen of Swords. And this, again, can also be the energy. It could be a negative Aquarius, but the star card reverse can be something that was just an illusion, just a dream. It lived more in a person's head. It could have been lived more in your head, but I see this more as another person than in reality. But I see this as a person who has a very distorted idea of what they can be bringing forward to the table. Okay, so just be very aware of that. It's like an ex that warped reality, and when you left that relationship, you were like, "Wow, I just feel like I left this crazy world." With the Queen of Swords, you're cutting through doubts and fears and negativity. You're standing in your voice. You're finding your voice in what you love, in what you want, in the way that you need to move forward for you, the way that you want to move forward for you. And the Queen of Swords here is also very positive air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So I know we have a negative Aquarius here, but just bear with this energy. They're going to feel entirely different. This is an energy of assertion of voice. This is a person you always know where you stand with them. This is an energy you never quite know where you stand with them. So being aware of that is just going to be super important. The Queen of Swords is also you really embracing what you want and being kind of very much a plain speaker. It's not being mean. It's not being cruel. People tend to misalign the two of them. But it is very much saying, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is how I'm moving forward. And this is what's important to me. When it comes to love, we're cutting through a lot of the barriers that have held us back for a really long time. It moves us to the Eight of Wands reverse. Do we feel like things are moving quickly? No, we don't. We almost feel like everything is moving at a snail's pace. And then all of a sudden, it's going to start speeding up. So just knowing that about this time where it can seem just, oh my gosh, so slow, so slow. And then it starts to pick up speed. It starts to move things forward. And it's like, oh, okay, that's what I was waiting for. But we can also really be rebelling against this energy in a sense of, I want things to move fast. I want to see the results. I need this push forward. And yet things are moving just a little bit slower. So we can be rebelling against that too when it comes to love. But when it comes to our passion, when it comes to what we desire, with the Fool, it is time to move forward. And that's what we're doing. We're opening up a new road. With the people in our lives, we can be like, hey, I'd love it if you joined me. But we can also be saying, hey, I need to go on this adventure for myself. It doesn't even mean we have to leave the house, okay? Which I know in a love reading, you can think like, well, that's strange. But here, With the Fool, it's like, I need to move forward in my path, in my joy. And if that means, doing things within our own kind of small little world, to then open up and say, okay, I'm now ready for the love that I want, or I'm now ready for, like, I'm aligning my energy to really expand on my love and my passion and my grace and my beauty, and opening up the doors in ways that I just hadn't imagined. The Fool is about taking that leap of faith. And it seems like during this time, Leo, we're really taking that leap of faith on ourselves, on what's important to us, in our passion, in our desires. It's reconnecting with our dreams. It's reconnecting with ourselves, which makes us radiate with love. And it brings the love forward. Just, it's kind of like being wrapped in a nice warm blanket by the fire. It's just going to be so calming, so soothing, so beautiful. It moves us to our subconscious energy from spirit, and this is centered reversed. Knowing here that we need to ground ourselves, center ourselves, that we can feel a little bit all over the place is going to be just important to know, that when we feel that chaos coming in, it's like, okay, I need to center me. I need to center me. I need to ground me. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Four of Pentacles. This is vampiric energy. This is energy that wants to drain. These are negative patterns that were learned, long ago, or even yesterday, but it plays off of fears and doubts and chaos that has been brewing in us for a while. Be mindful of vampiric energy. Be mindful of lovers, of partners, of people who we can think, wow, I really love them, but we always feel drained around them. This can be a time for boundaries, most definitely, but this is going to be a time where we are releasing a lot of chaos, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, where we are seeing ourselves stand in our power more and stand in what we want and know what we want. Because we're releasing that vampiric energy, that energy that just drains and drains. Our subconscious tarot message is the Death card reversed. Now, this is a Scorpio time frame, which is the time frame that we're in right now, October 23rd to November 21st. We can have a difficult time connecting with spirit during this time for ourselves. So being aware of that is going to be really important, to listening, to centering, to grounding. The voice of the outside world is a lot louder than the voice of the spiritual world. So knowing that is going to be a very important thing. Also knowing a lot of lies, a lot of deceit, a lot of backstabbingness is going to be brought to the forefront. We're going to become more aware of it. It can just be, we're also not tolerating it anymore. And that's going to be very empowering for us. All right. All right, Leo. I know this is an odd love reading. I get that. I get that. I've kind of come to the conclusion that if you want like roses and butterflies and everything like that in love readings, this I might not be the reader to come to, because it seems like spirit gives it as it is and is rather honest about things. So just being aware of that is important. Okay, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. And have an absolutely joyous adventure in love. Bye.